Woo! We did it! We're better than Blox. Better than everybody. I'm #1 on the leaderboard. You can't touch me. Na 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 boo boo blah. Look at that. #1. Woo! I'm the greatest player in the world. Yes! No, definitely not. But right now, I'm definitely listed as one of the top players with the biggest inventories. Kind of going to go through that. Blox sitting here at 30. But what's that about? Ultimately, we're talking about our net worth and what that entails. Overall, what does it mean? Well, if you've watched any of the previous videos, we start talking about prismatics and what that means and where that sits. We start talking about these blackjacks. Look at that. 12.66 million, a 5-star. 59.46 million. Got our SpongeBob 81.97. Whoo, some big numbers. 62. Then we start getting down here. Let's drop into our exotics where we go from 22 now for fins and our regular fins. Look at this. We're at 15. Oh man, still doing good because we got a lot of them. But then we get to Cyclops. And a Cyclops? Or 803s were 10? Weren't the counts on that low? And a superstar Filthy Boys? What, but isn't the exist count in the millions for Filthy Boys? Huh? 16 million for this chum brute? It's only 2 million more for a unit that was more rare? So, what about this? 19? 19 million for a superstar big guy. That's crazy. So, what we need to talk about, what we need to think about, and have some common sense on is trade value and net worth. Does trade value really dictate net worth? No. Let's face it, there's a lot of units out there that have a lot more worth at the end of the day than what's being dictated. Am I going to sit here and go trade my SS big guy for literally, a shiny fins because the net worth is higher? No, that would be a terrible decision. Trade value is not dictated by the net worth in this game. Trust me. Some of this stuff, it just takes grinding. Yeah, I've got a lot of them. Yeah, I have a few accounts to get a lot of them. And I sat in boss battles to try and get these sticky fins. No, I didn't do it for net worth. I was doing it anyway. And now I'm sitting here and I'm wondering, okay, well, I've got plenty of those, but Kenny's going away this week. Did I get enough Kenny? I mean, Kenny's were 25 mil. But yet, there's 2.3 thousand that exist, and that's just regular. That's not shiny Wumbos. So maybe at the end of the week, we're talking 5,000 Kenny the Cats exist. And now guess what? We can't even use our potions on them. So no more star potions on Kenny. No more rushing through. I can't even go back and make an SS of this if I want to with my potions. So how hard is it going to be? It's going to be virtually impossible to SS Kenny the Cat if you didn't already use your potions on prismatics. So for those of us who weren't playing for the meta and weren't playing to try and get ahead in SS superstar units for our prismatics, we're behind. I was trying to gather all the SS units I could, the rare ones, the ones that I thought were super, super cool, so that as we went through, I could sit down and say, I've got Maximus. To me, that's worth more. But 4.78 for #1? I don't think so. Then, let's even go down one further. I've got a #1 clown. 18 million. How is this possible? How? Only 400 shiny Wumbos exist. Only 3 shiny Wumbo superstars exist. So how is my value low there? So we start talking about this stuff, and yeah, I've got a lot of prismatics. But I shot myself in the foot by not using star potions on him right away because I didn't realize that that was going to go away. I'm sure down the road, yeah, we'll probably get a wonderful new prismatic shiny wumbo potion. And I'm sure that we'll get a star potion too, or something like that, that we can grind for later in the game. And that's fine. And then they'll make up and catch up there. But for right now, getting caught up on prismatics is hard. So yeah, anybody who did that is going to be well ahead of the game. And people who didn't are going to be behind the game. But the values that aren't there. Not unless you literally, you have your SS Snow. You got your SS Kenny. That thing's gold right now. Even though you may have used 6 of them, it's gold because so few are going to be printed. Ringmaster will catch up with dice, so that's not going to be a huge thing down the road. But ultimately, your Snow, your Kenny, your Square, the stuff that wasn't printed a lot of, that's going to be tough. So those are going to have a ton of value. So Blox gives me crap about not having ones. He only has a few ones or whatever. But at the end of the day, right here, I've got some big ones and they're undervalued too. So it's not just him who has some ones that are undervalued along the way. And that's just 2 of them. So ultimately, we look at this, take net worth with a grain of salt. It was a cool concept. It was something fun. But to grind for it and continuously be number 1, come take my spot. I'm not about it. Ultimately, I don't have to be number 1. I've moved on. Almost all my alt accounts this week are sitting in AFK. I'm grinding real hard on that AFK rock. I know. See if you can keep up. Need to get me some Kennys. Ultimately, still don't have a shiny Wumbo Kenny, so I'm struggling on that one. Hopefully, I'll get one this week. If not, I'm out of luck. I gotta wait for some potions. I gotta wait for us to be able to use potions on prismatics, and that's gonna take a while. So I'm not looking forward to that. But I know it's gonna eventually happen, or I would assume it would, because every single time it's happened since. We got shiny Wumbo exotic potions. We got shiny Wumbo seeker potions, and we've been able to go ahead and use everything on them until then. So eventually I'm assuming we'll get prismatic stuff, so be prepared for that. But for right now, I'm just trying to stock up on units, wait to get my potions so I can superstar my units, sitting in AFK, no longer grinding boss battles except to get those green coins. Zach, cough them up for the love of God. I understand 75x for 4 days was too much, but 10x for a weekend. Please, 10x for a day of green coins would be wonderful. Coming from everybody who plays this game, we're broken coins. We got everything else. At least change it so we can buy the coins using Robux at somewhat reasonable level. Let me come in here. Let's go down. And let's go through our gems. Let's go to our coins. Ooh, 1 million for 2,000 Robux now? What's that gonna do? Get me a pat on the back? Some of these figures are crazy. Let's get this one. Let's add some zeros. Let's change that to like 3 mil. Let's change this one, to 10 mil, 50 mil, and 100 mil. Let's get some sales. Let's do that stuff. I'm sure that would pay for something for at least a month of your salaries, just by changing that for those people who are trying to get these SS stuff done. Ultimately, this grind, it's all it was. It's who can stock up on the prismatics. So don't ignore the trade value of the old stuff. Keep your head up. Keep grinding, pushing towards what you were doing before, and work through the net worth by just building true value. As Zach continues to talk about rebalancing the overall game, bringing old units back into the game, making things better, let's focus on that. Be prepared. Go out, get those old units. Start working on your stuff. Make sure that you're getting those units built up, ready to go. Because if Zach does rebalance it and throws something that slows down everything in Endless, what if he brings Dream Gary's Sleep to Sticky Fins? Then Sticky Fins is going to be the GOAT for Endless units and running that and trying to get a world record and pushing for that. How about a leaderboard for that, Zach? And let's set up a leaderboard for Endless. Let's set up a leaderboard. Let's make boss battles harder. You guys buffed the living hell out of them, and it was amazing. But now you guys re-nerfed it. I want to grind for boss battles. I loved the fact that it took me forever to get under a minute in Hydra 1. That was awesome. There was battles with YouTubers. Everybody was coming at each other just trying to be the best. And it made it so much more entertaining at that point. And then it kind of fell off, and there was the whole, thing not to be talked about, AKTOK, Tower of Karate. Then that kind of just pushed and pushed and pushed and kind of fell off. But now we're back. Let's not lose that. Let's make it more entertaining. I love the fact that PvP's coming up. But ultimately, let's get leaderboards on everything that we do here. Let's make it a competition for those who want to be in that pro level and grind. I know you said that you guys are working on bronze, silver, gold. So let's bring that to everything, not just one thing. Let's make it all about it all. I hope that's what it is. I hope that's what you're doing. And that's what it's going to turn out to be. But until then, I'm going to sit here, hiding in AFK, waiting to hope, and crossing my fingers to get my shiny Wumbo Kenny, while going ahead and dropping a raffle ticket every once in a while. Because let's face it, at the end of the day, this is just pure luck. And it's going to bring some very rich people into the game for trading value. But ultimately, it's not much skill that gets it there. So I'm not sure how I feel about it in the long run. Anyway, Skittles out. Enjoy your day.